Alright, everybody. Hello. And for anybody, like I said, we're back today and we're going to try this Grixis Energy deck now. It's the Andrea Mengucci's Grixis Energy deck from his last Channel Fireball article. It was published on April the 2nd for anybody who wants to go look it up. I'll throw the link to it in chat. Thank you, Dumbo. I'll throw the link to it in chat, but I probably won't link to it on my stream because I've never asked his permission and I don't want to just link to somebody's content like that without asking it. But because we're playing his list today, we're also going to run his sideboard guide. If you have any questions about particular cards, I don't really have the answer to them, but like I said, this article right here should be able to answer your questions. And we're just going to jump straight into the league. And we're only playing the 2 leagues today, so 5 matches is all we have in front of us. It's very similar to the blue-black deck that we were just playing, except it focuses a little bit more on turn 2 removal. And we have all of these abrades. Hey! So if it's Tomb Simon, there's a good chance that he's the guy who built the blue-black deck that we were just playing with. Our mana's immediately terrible. Oh, okay, so he's changed decks. He was playing the green-red Dino decks on stream last. Feel like this deck is probably reasonable for the green versus the green-red decks. Big fan of Simon. For anybody who doesn't know who he is, he's a Gold Pro. It's Simon Nilsson. Always in match chat. And he's not streaming right now, I don't think. He doesn't stream much during the night. He mostly streams during the morning. And that's linked to his Twitch chat. Well, we have a pretty reasonable hand, but we're going to have to hit lands. I assume there's 26 lands or 27 in this build. Like I said, I didn't really look at it. I could probably figure it out off my head. There's 1 island, 2 swamps, 1 mountain, so there's 4 basics. Then there's 4 pools, 4 catacombs, 4 hubs, so 12, 15. Then 3 spires, 3... So it's 26, I think, off the top of my head. If I remembered the lands off the top of my head, by the way, I'm going to be impressed by myself. I think there's 26. Alright, we have to take this damage and possibly Essence Scatter whatever he plays. Yep. Definitely happy to be Essence Scattering that one. Since there is Blossoming Defenses in this deck, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully he doesn't have a Rekilling Phoenix this turn. Thrashing Brontodon's nice. Not the right order, fam. Alright, well I guess we're just going to pass here. Keep the Harness Lightning up in case he played the, what you call it. Oh, I'm so bad, the Regisaur Alpha. We could have killed at least a 3-3 with it. Alright. I actually like this. It's a good chance that he counterspells that, but it gives us the energy to kill that. And we get to save our Vraska's Contempt for a more powerful thing like Regisaur. We already know he has the answer to this, but I'd rather him answer this. Oh, well, never mind. I was going to say I'd rather him answer that than the alternative. think I'm just casting this and ticking it up. It's pretty shielded. He's only got one card in his hand. So he doesn't have enough mana to like use this or play Rigi and kill this. I guess one or the other, and I'm pretty content with just chump blocking here. Like basically my go here is just to extend the game. I like how I said he has that in his hand, by the way, and he definitely doesn't have that in his hand. He discarded it. But like starting to tick this up feels really strong because of the minus is like just insane in this match. See what we hit here. We may want to tick down if we hit something insane. Speaking of which, that's insane. So probably going to just minus on these two. And then minus that and get the scarab back. But I don't know if that was correct. That was it's not just game because he has access to this card. On the positive note is if he's killing this turn with one of these, we know that this survives, and that's pretty important. We don't want that. Let's start with this. The go here is just to protect Liliana now. You might be forced to chump block just to get the Champion of Wits out of our graveyard, but probably not. We're definitely really far ahead at this point, though. I'm not going to block here because there's Magma Sprays and stuff in his deck. I'm just going to throw this under the bus. There's just no reason for me to ever expose this Scarab God to death at the moment. We're way too far ahead to care about something like that. And without him drawing another Ghalta, we just feel too good, like we're in too good of a position. I can't chump block with the champion there because of the same thing. I just don't want him discarding. We can start attacking now. That was a really good draw. Yeah, but see, the Magma Spray is why we didn't block last turn. We just didn't want to put our Scarab God at risk. It's just way too powerful of a card. It's just way, way too powerful. He still has some good draws, like Regisaur Alpha's pretty good here, but like it's not great because we get a 4/4 and then like a 1/1 chump blocker. So like it's not great. He's choosing Essence Scatter. Let's go ahead and grab this thing. We're going to draw at least one card. Could have done that in like different timing, but I'm all about F6 value. My plan here is, assuming he doesn't have a removal spell, which he could easily have a removal spell, but is to make a Thopter, uh, double block the Death Gorge Scavenger, single block the Merfolk Branchwalker, and be able to buy his 2 things back. That's the plan anyway. It's very, very good chance that he just has a removal spell or something though. But we don't care if he has a removal spell, right? Like, if he has a removal spell and this thing trades and he gets to blow out here, like, it doesn't really put him very far ahead. And we still get to buy one of his things back next turn, so it's like kind of similar. I'm actually going to keep that. For the sole fact that it gives me another play this turn. If I was your hero, you'd know not to mention main deck Bloodfast. Anyway, so we move into the sideboard and look for reasonable things. Feel like this card's pretty good here. Feel like this card's pretty good here. Think I'm a fan of just extra removal spells in a match like this as well. I actually think I kind of like Confiscation Coup here. I feel like it does enough that it's playable, but like maybe it's bad because of Blossoming Defense. So we got rid of the Bloodfast. Think I'm going to get rid of the Supreme Will. Not sure what else I want to get rid of. I actually like all of these removal spells. It's why I want to play this deck in matches like this. Just want to overload on removal. Alright, I'll cut one of these in. Because I think the 4 mana removal is better because it can mess with Galtas and like Regisaurs and stuff. I guess I'll keep this. Ooh. Second Essence Scatter is a fun draw. They do have a bunch of Carnage Tyrants. Oh, I forgot about the Carnage Tyrants. I should have brought the Doomfall in. I'm such a bad Magic player sometimes. We still have 26. We still have 26 lands and we're on to draw, so I don't think it hurts that much. Yeah, I forgot about Carnage Tyrant. I 100% should have brought the Doomfall in, and I'm currently kicking myself for not. Oh, slightly tilted. See if he's going to draw a card. If he is, I'm going to Essence Scatter for sure. Whatever. Why didn't I bring in the Doomfall? Does anybody have any idea? Guess we'll see if he draws a card here. Probably. I'm gonna say probably. Gets rid of all of our energy, but get no creatures. Rip. I'm only gonna have a lot of good draws now. Speaking of which, that's one of them. Untap land one time? That's not an untap land. That, however, is a get this out of here. It's already dealt its damage. Card's already dealt its damage, though. Boom. Alright, so we're just dead. Just dead, no outs. That's what we've got. Well, that doesn't change anything at all, does it? Nope. Doesn't change anything at all. Goodbye, my friend. Alright, so we have to find a Death Toucher ASAP, and he'll not have a removal spell. Feels hard. Wah, 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 wah. Now we don't have enough mana for both of those things. Alright, well, we are in fact dead. Alright, now what can we do? This card and this card look a little bit better. These still seem kind of bad. Oh, I forgot the Doomfall again. Rip, I'm a terrible Magic player. I didn't see the Doomfall up there. I am so very bad. So very bad. I didn't see the Doomfall. And I'd said previously that I needed it. It would have probably been one of our Lightning Helixes. Or Harness Lightnings, rather. Rip. I can't even talk. It would have probably been a Harness Lightning, so as long as we don't draw any Harness Lightnings the entire game, then I guess it won't matter. Our hand's very good. I'd like to draw another land, but we'll accept whatever we get. Uh-oh, Rigi's a good one. Rigi. Rest in peace, our land. We will miss you. We will miss you always, Lando. Lando, our best friend. That's interesting. I think I have to actually kill that even though I don't really want to. No creatures of value in our graveyard. Maybe I'm supposed to just slam Scabrino there? Because him getting a Rigi's so powerful? I'm about out of cards, though. He still has 3 in his hand? Rip. 2 in his hand. No good plays again. At least if he's got the answer for the Scarab God now, it survives. There's no creatures in the graveyard other than this little Glenny boy, though. Wonder if I'm supposed to block here. Probably if we know Carney's coming. Feel like blocking here is right if we know Carnage is coming. I'm just not going to risk it. Need to draw our 1 Field of Runes and make him shuffle his deck. That doesn't do anything because he's got a Carnage Tyrant in his hand. But it would make me feel better about myself. It would make me feel like he scryed it to the top. I'd feel like a champ. Alright. Well, just dead. Still not hit a creature. Now he's got a hasty Carnage Tyrant. I have no good blocks. So this thing's coming here. If I block it there, maybe I just block it here. I feel like he had a Magma Spray last turn, though. I feel like he had a Magma Spray last turn. This is just bad. does get me one more trigger out of this thing. I don't know if that accomplishes anything. There's actually something in the graveyard now. So we got enough to triple block the Carnage Tyrant now. Please? You're our only hope? If he's got a removal spell, we're just dead anyway. Alright, opponent apparently doesn't have the removal spell, so that's going to work out for us. Ooh, that's a good one. Red Rover, send us another untapped land on over. That's not an untapped land. It's almost an untapped land. Let's see what we get with this to start our turn. Ooh. I don't think I want to play the Cannon Slew. Yeah, I guess I still just want to play the Cannon Slew. In case he makes me block with the champion and it die to an Abrade or something, then I'm going to want the mana on the following turn. Oh, no! Stop drawing good spells every turn! Friendo! Friendo, good spells every turn! Don't do it! He chose not to play that. Boom. Just blew my mind that he chose not to play that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I know he's going to kill Liliana with this play. I actively don't know what to do now. I don't want you, you, or you. Looking for very specific things. I'll go ahead and play you, because there's a chance I'm going to have to spin the wheel this game. And it lets me use Essence Scatter and buy back Carnity. Commune's going to get cast. Alright. No Carnity. No Conrad. You got a Sheltered Thicket. Alright, sweet. Doesn't have good attacks now. Alright, do we want any of this stuff? We definitely don't want you. We definitely don't want you. We definitely don't want you. We may want you. I think we will take you. I think we have to attack Chandra now. I think we even let this trade. Makes it a little harder for him to block. Okay. Alright, that's a Rigi. That's great because of this Essence Scatter. That might be concession. Oh god, I felt like we were fighting uphill so far, or so much that game. Oh. Oh gosh. I was so worried that game. The attacks we obviously block. To save the time. It's more than 20. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. That was just running up the totals. I'm not even going to look at them. I don't care what they are. Oh, yeah, that was just running. I shouldn't have got the Rigi. That was bad manners to get the second Rigi. I just wasn't paying attention to his life total at all. I didn't mean to be on him. I just literally was not paying attention to his life total. Yeah, that was bad manners though. I honestly hadn't even looked at his life total. I was too busy stressed out that entire game. I get a little stressed out anytime I play somebody as good as Simon. Like, cause like I realize they're better players than me. So like they're better players than me by a lot. So I feel like I have to get incredibly lucky, and like if I make any mistake, I feel like I just lose. So I forget to look at things like life totals, which is just ridiculous, by the way. It's honestly just ridiculous not to look at the life total, but I did not even notice his life total. Ugh. I always feel bad when I do something that's bad-mannered. But no, Simon's great. He must like that deck too, because he played it a couple of times on stream today, and if he's still playing it, there's something about it that he likes. I liked the deck when I played it too. Like, I thought it was fine. It didn't feel format-defining to me, but like it felt like it was a pretty fine and reasonable deck. We have no creatures, but I'm not going to mulligan. They've already mulliganed, and like our hand's very controlling, very, very reactive or whatever. Yeah, I know he knew he was dead and all that, but I still feel bad when I do things like that. That's just not the type of guy I am. red black. Are you going to be aggro, mid-range? Is it a Grixis deck? Alright, you're an aggro deck. Pretty good hand. I'm just one of those people that overly believes in sportsmanship, so when I do something a little uncouth, I kind of feel bad. Think I'm just going to go ahead and kill that, mostly because of his mana issues. Most of his free drops that he would play have haste, so like I feel like if he's playing anything this turn, it's probably something like Effort Spear Harvester or a 2-drop that he drew off curve. We are, however, going to hold up the Essence Scatter here. This is going to be one of those games where I think the flip to Bloodfast is actually going to be very good. I'm going to go ahead and kill that while he's got some of his mana down so he can't like abrade it in response or something. Up to 3 times. I try never to touch my opponent. I'm a germaphobe. I don't want to touch my opponent. I try to have good manners, but that only goes so far, man. It only goes so far. Alright, we'll take you. Man, the top of our opponent's deck was absolutely stacked. It was absolutely stacked. No! Why did I get punished for all of my decisions that I ever make in a million years? Thank you, Lando. Still playing this one? It blocks 2 things. Oh. It probably was. No, I do not have the soap dispenser keychain, but I do have something I carry in my pocket that dispenses Germex. Hey, Beastie2929, thank you for the follow. Just in time to see our opponent get a wonderfully bad draw. They have double Scrap Heap Scrounger in their graveyard. Wah, 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 wah. We can still lose this game even though I feel an actual year ahead. All because of that Gonti play, which probably was bad. Like a Hazard right here could just be problems, but like I want to go ahead and use the Contempt when I can use the Contempt. Because I'm too afraid that if I don't, that I never get to use the Contempt. Alright, so this is kind of sweet. It's going to flip this so we get a blocker, and we get to kill this, and we die to an Unlicensed Disintegration. But, that's fine. Yes, we will bring you into play. Untapped land says we don't die to Disintegration. That's not an untapped land. We will still accept this hazard as tribute. I say things like that a lot, and I don't even particularly like Game of Thrones, so. So basically I'm crazy. So what kills us now? Unlicensed Disintegration? Not this. This is not very good here. Opponent says a boom. Can still put us to 2. But we get to eat this and kill this, so being at 2's not too bad, especially when we have an untapped tomb. Certainly playing our land. Get homie out of here. I'm gonna set behind our super shield. I don't want to have to like sack it to certain things. More Hunger Games. Oh, did I misspeak? Yeah, I meant to say Hunger Games. I'm not a big fan of Game of Thrones either, but that's a beside the point thing. The opponent needs a good draw here. That's not a very good draw. It's actually a really good draw. I like to pretend like I know things. Oh. It wasn't that great of a draw, by the way, because there's a P in the graveyard, but... Boom! We did it! We're on the boards! We're beating folks. I think Gonti's really bad versus Mono Red. I think Liliana is as well. Even though the Bloodfast was insane that game, I really just think it's bad. I guess I should look and see what I want to bring in. I definitely want to bring in the Braids. I definitely want to bring in the Coup. I definitely want to bring in the Commit. I kind of want the Gear Hook. I kind of want the Doomfall. Kind of want the Fiery. What don't I want? I say I want these. I want these. I want these. I want these. I maybe don't want these. I want these. I want these. Huh. I definitely want all of these. Alright, I'm going to try this. James is shook. I sometimes like to have one or two champions, but I don't know. Alright, this hand's great. We're all about keeping this hand. We're all about shouting it out loud from the rooftops. If anybody knows what song I just referenced, by the way, you're owed. Opponent has the good draw. Thank God. A muted local dope. Good for all involved. Well, if I knew we were going to draw running lands, we might have cycled this cannon. That was definitely not the song I was referencing. You probably like the song I was referencing. It was probably released about the time you were born. Pause. Screw you, YouTube. Do not listen to this song if do not watch this video if you're prone to strokes or seizures. Oh. Ah! Wrong button. Don't know where our opponent went, but that's okay. Sure, you got me, opponent. 12 ball. All in Oaks. Wow. Opponent's got one of those draws. None of those things are pirates. You got a 4 for 1. Boom. We just so happen our opponent has 4 cards in hand and we have 4 answers in our hand. Let's hope there are not a lot of burn spells. I think it completely depends on the meta. If you expect a lot more aggressive decks than I like Grixis, but like at a Grand Prix, I think I would probably be on blue-black, but maybe that's just confirmation bias because I'm such a fan of Matt's stream. And like he firmly believes that blue-black is just the best deck. And I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying I don't have enough reps to really know, but I assume it lies somewhere in the middle and depends a lot on your metagame. We know what Edwin wants. Edwin always wants the same thing. Boom. It'd be nice to draw like a Scarabrino here. Now, Pirates is really good versus Cannonade, so you may not be wrong. I think Vampires is pretty good too. We might get the Confiscation coup that Phoenix said he's going to draw next turn. Or, well, the turn after, but... You stop. Could you just play like mono Phoenixes for the rest of the game? Opponent could be ready to bring us some glory. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Well, we don't have anything to deal with that. A problem o'clock? Please? Please? Something? You're not even good here. Opponent gets to steal it and start buying shit back. Opponent gets to steal it and put me at dead. I actually can't play this, can I? So you can activate this and steal it, and then like spend 4 mana to buy this back and attack me for 9 and put me at 1, and then I'm like dead on board to this. Yeah, I guess we have to pass and draw Vraska's Contempt or we lose. Now I have to use the double Harness Lightning on the Phoenix as well, because Contempt's our only out. Like I don't have enough mana to untap and steal the Phoenix. the best ever at tapping that blue mana. Guess what? None of these cards are. None of these cards are that contempt. Yeah, I saw that McNamara did. Yeah, BC, link it to the chat. Somebody will check it out. Hey, Matt, thank you for the host, man. Highly appreciate it. Guess this card's worse. Because we got to be able to deal with whatever he casts as well. One draw step to rule them all on killing Angraf. Open up Beastie's deck. Hey, TNT, what's up? Oh god, there's vampires. All sorts of them. I would start by cutting Bishop of Rebirth. It's hard for me to imagine that card's good enough. It seems like it's just worse. Alright. We have no out now. Actually, that was an early concession. We could have hit Gear Hulk and then used this on this. I hate myself. I play so bad. We had outs. We had had to been able to kill this on its way back down, but we would have had a turn or two. Alright. We would have lost anyway, so it's fine. It's still a play mistake. I made a big play mistake. So tilting. TNT, it went fine. Opponent had Angraf in play, and he could steal the Scarab God, then buy back a haste threat out of his graveyard, and just kill us. Without having 9 mana, we couldn't even put a blocker in play. Possibly. I won't change anything from the sideboard to the draw. I don't think... Not bringing in the gates. Maybe I don't need the Cannonade now. That was the reason that we didn't play the Scarab God over multiple turns. TNT, we only played 5 matches, and none of the matches that we played were versus any of the slower decks, really. We mostly got played versus kind of aggressive decks or Sultai Snake, stuff like that. Like matches that just none of those cards are particularly great in. The Squee was probably slightly better versus what we got paired versus, but I think Dusky Boy would have just been better than Squee. Again, like, we didn't play very much, so maybe I don't want this Fiery Cannonade on the draw, but I tend to try to bring in Fiery Cannonade every time I see multiple Pias in a deck. And fine, I'm just gonna run with it. Yeah, I could have easily played that game very poorly, Fareed. I thought we were gonna win that game very easily, and I think my brain might have just turned off. I'm not sure. No, it's cool. Like, it definitely seemed very odd that, like, I have a Scarab God and I'm just not casting it for some reason. Definitely seems, you know, weird, so I think that's a very reasonable question. But basically, Angraf come down and did some work. I've never tried the Gifted Everborn version. I kind of want to try it. I think it could be fine. Like Corey, the last TCG video he posted, which I think was at the end of last week. You could probably go find the video if you cared. He's got some gifteds in the main deck, but like he's got some things that I don't like too. But like obviously, Hilm and Brad and Matt and everybody's a lot better than me. So just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm right. I definitely want to try a build with Gifted, though. I kind of keep calling Gifted, Gifted. Like, I'm putting an E in that word. For no reason. There's just no reason for me to put that E there. Get out of my way. I got Kenra killing to do. Oh, he does. I don't think I'm going to Supreme Will anything that isn't like a monster, but maybe I should. Alright, I will Supreme Will. When I don't have a removal spell in my hand, I am willing to Supreme Will a 1-mana Planeswalker. Magma Spray one time? Not a Magma Spray. Alright. At least we can still hazard if he plays it. 1 scatter, 1 push. Oh, wanting to cut a push. Alright, well, we're going to take at least 2 big hits. Beaumont Courier says that you have to put all exiled cards from Beaumont Courier into their owner's hands. So if he exiles 4 or 5 cards and then I later steal Beaumont Courier and sack it, he gets the cards, not me. May have found that out the hard way. Definitely may have found that out the hard way. Alright, well, we have a Hazoret. Hazoret's kind of good. Ooh. Alright. We've got problems. We have problems. Am I just supposed to try to block here? I guess I'm supposed to just try to block. That way he doesn't get the Glorybringer back in like 1 draw step or whatever. We need to draw a Vraska's Contempt. A Vraska's Contempt or a Gearhulk either one is a good shot at sealing up this game. Sorry, I should do the artifact. Because we still can't block. Yeah. We need a good spell. Because we're in trouble. I definitely thought we were just going to win this game too. Oh god. Well wait. That one's not great here. Actually that is great. That means he just draws Scarab God next, or sorry, he draws that Gearhulk next turn. Or he draws the, shoot, I can't talk. He draws the Glorybringer this turn. So we just died. I thought we were easily winning this game. Our opponent mulliganed to 5, we had a good hand, and we just got crushed. Like, it wasn't particularly close. Just got crushed. Maybe we could have played the land, attacked, cycled the commit. That likely doesn't win a game, but it's better than just being dead on board, which is what we left ourselves. Yeah, I guess I should have did that. Should have just played the land, attacked Deshandra, cycled this away, and prayed. Because I left myself dead on board, and I knew I was dead on board. Whereas this gives me a 1 in 1,000 chance, or 1 in 10,000 chance, or just like some absurdly weird number, but like it gives me a chance. they definitely had it. Yeah. So we're not likely to win that game, but I definitely misplayed. That's kind of embarrassing to do in front of a bunch of people. But since there's a bunch of people in here, let's advertise. I stream 365 days out of the year, primarily a standard streamer. You can check the links down below to find my Twitter to see every time we go live and all the deck lists we play, and my YouTube to see the majority of our past broadcasts. I may or may not be just now posting on Twitter because I forgot. Think attempting scrap was a mistake? Wait. Alright, I'll keep this hand. I definitely probably played that game wrong. I probably played both those games wrong. I didn't feel like I was supposed to lose either of them, and like I lost both of them pretty easily. Feels to me like I had to just like punt them off somehow. You could have negates or spell pierces or something, no idea. So, I'd rather go ahead and just get this off the table. Similarly, I'm going to look for a magma spray now. That's not a magma spray. Ugh, don't know which one of those I'm supposed to kill. This one lets him deal with Scarab God pretty easy, so I guess I'm supposed to kill this one. Especially if he misses a land drop, that's probably fine. That's not missing a land drop at all. He's playing gifts, isn't he? Oh, that is missing a land drop. I rephrase. I'm going to go ahead and kill the one that can get the Scarab out of the way. I have no idea what our opponent's actually playing. He's either playing like blue-red beatdown or he's playing gifts. I'm not sure which. We have this if he's playing gifts. Whatever it is, he's only played 2 lands though, so. If he uses this, it might give us an idea what's in this deck. Vizier of the Many. I know who's about to steal that. Unsummon? I would probably rage. Huh. Alright, it is gifts. It's Combat Celebrant gifts with a bunch of interesting cards. Hey, Matthew. Well, I've not actually read all the cards from Dominaria yet. I've read very few of them, so I might be kind of worthless looking at a list like that. But I'll check out anything. I just might not have the answers. I've definitely not read the spoiler yet. I guess that's fine. Pretty sure I'm just taking a Combat Celebrant back and then like getting a Hasty Fred or something. It's weird that he's even attacking here. pretty sure I'm lethal. I guess I have to do the math, but I think I am. Blocks 1, takes 9, then takes 9 again? Yeah, unless my math's right, this is just good. That makes it easier. Alright. We did it. We've beat GPG in a game. Alright, so let's pull this over to the other monitor, and I'll check it out in 1 second after we do the sideboarding, but before I press submit. Again, I've not really looked at Dominaria though, so don't know how useful I'll be. Oh, that reminds me. I'm just now noticing that I didn't. I don't think I answered the Bestiary's question very well. Rip. I feel like all of these cards are kind of good here. One of the ways his deck wins, I believe, is just for attacking with a bunch of little guys. So, like, maybe I'm supposed to bring in a bunch of this, but I think for the most part, I'm going to remove a lot of our removal spells. Especially since I'm bringing in some removal spells. I usually don't think Essence Scatter is particularly good here either. Have room for one of these 3 cards, I think. This stops his really aggressive draws, but I just don't think he's going to have those draws very often, so I don't think I care about them. This can steal a gate, but it's probably not good. Fiery Cannonade beats their regular plan too, though. Anyway, so we got 40 seconds, so let's look at Matt's deck. I'll pull it over on screen for anybody that's watching on YouTube. That card's got a lot of words on it. Looks like it's a 6-mana do-nothing. Oh, I guess you're some kind of Liliana, or maybe you're like some kind of... What's this? I just don't know what these cards is. Oh wow, this is a reanimate. Alright, it is no longer a 6-mana do-nothing if there's a reanimate in the deck. Alright, we'll definitely have to mulligan. Alright, we'll keep. Destroy target non-creature. Yeah, I didn't know there was reanimates in the deck. I thought you were just like trying to get the 6 mana, slam it, or whatever. That card's not too bad. Let me go down here and read this reanimate spell again. It says a legendary sorcery. Does that mean you have to have a legendary or something in play to make it work? I don't know how all the rules of these cards work. Is there no way to make it Grixis and get in like some Champion of Wits? I hear Champion of Wits is a good card. What do you do, Jella? You produce 3 red mana, so you're kind of like a ramp spell. Yeah, you have to have well, everything in your deck at least is. Let's see, you've got 7 legendary creatures plus 6 planeswalkers, so you've got 13 legends. I mean, it could be enough. Get on out here. I should have played Drowned Catacomb, I think. Yeah, not playing Drowned Catacomb was wrong. Wasn't really paying attention to my lands as well as I should have. He's got a Padeem in his hand. Sure, probably gonna try to Doomfall next turn. Maybe some more Liliana, baby. Yeah, I'm not playing that Drowned Catacomb. It was probably kind of bad of me. And a Jace's defeat. Still taking that one. So all we have to do is somehow beat the board. And we're Gucci. Don't sleep on Gunty, man. Gunty's strong. And he's a legend. No! Don't draw best card in your deck. Feel like we're just going to lose again. I did this at the wrong time. I probably should have did this during the draw step. And that's fine to do it then. It's 1 card for 1 card. Makes it easy for him not to use it. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to do it during his draw step. Your opponent keeps milling for some reason. Alright. Untapped land for our Scarab Gods. This untapped land, or we should have this mountain in our deck, but bad. They're in our hand still, but I'm bad. How good was that draw? How good was that draw? Oh god, so we're just kind of dead now. I have to draw a removal spell for this, and then I have to draw a removal spell for this? In our practically mono removal deck? You wouldn't think that would be too hard, would you? We have to kill the big dog because the big dog just lets Walking Ballista kill this. I think I'm fine with this one. Well, I guess I should just play this one. The opponent has a lot of stuff going on. Guess I put a 3rd counter on Walkie Boy here. Guess I put a 4th counter on Walkie Boy there. He's getting closer to just winning with damage. Boom. Rip. None of those particularly help. I'm just going to put these two in the graveyard. I think I'm actually going to keep that. Boom. We're such a smart boys. Just not attacking this turn. We such smart boys. I guess he's trying to decide whether he's going to mill himself or not. Alright, so we have to fade him drawing the third gate. Because we now have a contempt. I think I'm actually going to leave that one on top. Need to start trying to kill people now. Captain Lannery, Champions, Gaunties, Glories, Noxious, Lilies. Just noticed a fly in my room. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Creatures are in his graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5, but 6 with the Walking Ballista. And he's got double activation here, so. Get out of here. Why is there a gnat in my room? Looks nice, man. Yes, 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 yes. I know I'm getting chain gunned here. And Scarab God's a great Magic card. It just wins games, folks. Ooh. There's a champion. We can't have it, though. That's our opponent's champion. So we get to buy back double Beaumont. Now he's kind of like tapped out. I guess he could hit land Silent Gravestone and we would still be lethal, but because we're going to get rid of the blocker here, and then we'd have 3 attackers. Alright, 2-1. That deck was kind of sweet, though. I liked his take on it. It had a kind of quite a few interesting cards. Don't know if they're good or not, but I know it was interesting. So 2 more rounds, and then I have to make decisions on PTQ decks, or PPTQ decks. Oh wait, you've changed again? Or is that the one I just looked at? Yeah, that's the one I just looked at, I think. Didn't change the sideboard, but you've added some lands to the deck. 7-8. Gonna play tapped. That's the one I had open. Just realized I'm kind of sick to my stomach. I think it looks cool. I really hope that there's a reanimate deck out there with this Yawgmoth File offering. Like, I want that card to be good because that card's just seems really fun to play with. I feel like us having all these additional 2-mana removal spells has gave us a lot more play in a lot of these matches than we normally would. Like, it just makes it just feels like keeping these hands aren't as terrible as you would normally think. Like, this opening hand just looks kind of good. We have multiple removal spells in a way, and we have an Argos Bloodfast if it's kind of a mirror. I promise to... Oh, is worth it. Which one's the Infernal? Oh, the J... I hadn't read that one. It's another legendary spell. X damage up to... Oh, wait, you can get players with that? That's sick. Being able to get players with that's just sick. Alright, well, we hit 2 lands for our first 2 spells, so probably upset that we, I'm probably upset that I didn't cycle my cannon. Nice. Go ahead and play this in case we don't want to counter, or in case we don't want to counterspell whatever he plays. Like, I wouldn't want to counterspell a... wouldn't want to counterspell like a Scrap Heap Scrounger, can't counterspell a Chandra, so... yeah. Time to start doing our opponent's work for him. That's the type of stuff we like to do up in here. Oh, our opponent just doesn't have anything. Alright. Doing our opponent's work for him. Goodbye, Scrap Heap Scrounger. We will miss you. Or sorry, goodbye, Champion of Wits. We will miss you. I misspoke. If our opponent doesn't play a spell this entire game, we've got him. I promise. If he doesn't play a spell the entire game, we got him. Huh. That's kind of a spell. Our opponent's got the worst draw I've ever seen. If he's, in fact, actually playing an aggressive deck. He may not be playing an aggressive deck. You could just be playing the mid-range build that has a couple of those cards in it. Why did I let that resolve? Somebody like to tell me why I let that resolve? I wasn't paying... I was just kind of like sitting over here, clicking through buttons, loving my life. Yeah, that was really bad of me. Boom. That was really, really bad of me. I'm just sitting over here 11 life, man. I don't know what you want from me. I'm just having a good old time. Boom. Does he like the 2 cards in his hand better than my 2 life? He does. But that's okay, because we still have an Abrade, we still have an Essence Scatter, we still have a Liliana, we still have a Gearhulk. Basically, we have game 1. He doesn't have anything else in his hand, so whatever. Watch him just slam Hazard it now after all this time and just like cram it down my throat. That's what I'm expecting. Hazard it just straight downstairs his throat. Opponent's still just not playing spells. Feels lovely. Feels John Goodman. Stow that from the great streamer Sparrow's Rum. I've watched a lot of John Goodman movies lately. I'm a fan. Have to say I'm a fan. Alright, so we definitely want these. That's easy, especially when he showed us 1,000 of those artifact thingies. That's a scientific term. Think I want these as well? Kind of think I want this as well. Things I don't love. I don't love the Gaunties and the Lilianas. Don't like sorcery speed stuff that's slow. Definitely don't like the Bloodfast. And then, like, don't love Champion of the Wits, but, like, how many Champion of the Wits do I want? Let's bring in one of these and cut 2 Wits. Give that a try. Maybe I want all 3 Wits out. I don't know. I don't feel like I want a whole lot of, like, I never want to draw 2 Fiery Cannonades, so, like, and I sometimes don't want to draw 1, so maybe I shouldn't even sideboard it in. Oh god, this hand is a keep, but not. Hey, what just happened there? That was weird. It let me keep my hand on my screen unless I'm crazy before our opponent decide whether he got to play or not. Maybe I just looked at it wrong though. It felt like that. If they don't play anything on 2, I'm going to hold up the scatter. If not, I'm just going to slam the Siphoner. Probably just slamming the Siphoner now and hoping that it can block this thing. Let's give him a reason to kill it. Please don't tap that for black mana. Tapped it for black mana. Oh, Dream Crush. Fiery Cannonade would be a good draw, though. That's so bad for us because, like, now if he has an untapped land, he just gets to keep applying this pressure and there's nothing we can do about it. Our hand's so bad that we just have to play into it and hope he doesn't have the spells. Oh, where's our removal? Jesus, heck. I just don't think we're ever going to have time to do either of those. Search for Ascanthus are pretty sick too if you're trying to reanimate. It's a legendary permanent that turns on your reanimate spell while being able to put stuff in your graveyard for you. I'm 100% blocking here if he gives me an opportunity. He did not give me an opportunity. Rip. This is going bad. Wait, doesn't it? Oh, creature or planeswalker. That's so much worse than I thought. While still being good. I guess I'm taking this free damage. Feel like he's gonna cast a Chandra or something. Just a lot of it just doesn't make sense that he doesn't have a good 4-drop, whatever it is. Removal spells? Not removal spells. Okay. Like we're playing the deck we're currently playing specifically so we have infinite removal spells versus these red decks. This is unfortunate. He's got something to cast here. I'd rather use this one. It reduces his power and toughness permanently. Unless he's just willing to redraw it. Him redrawing it's not good for us either, though. So maybe we can draw like Contempt into Contempt or something. Contempt into Gear Hulk. I mean, I don't know. But he's got a 4 or 5 drop here, and there's just no ifs and buts or about it, I don't think. Alright. We got one turn to draw a Contempt to even have a chance. Well, that keeps me alive, I guess. I don't see how it lets us win the game, but it keeps me alive. Sure. That was good for me. Again, I don't know how to actually win the game from here, but we're only taking one. So if we draw Contempt, we're still alive. If we draw Gear Hulk, we're still alive. So we know he's casting this. A lot of things and we're still alive. That's a Contempt. That's still alive. Now we're still at 3. That one hurt. So now Champion of Wits alone isn't good enough. Okay. I hate our life. I hate our life. If opponent bricks this turn, maybe we get back into this game. Who knows? No, that's not bricking. That's so good. That's not bricking. That's so good. Oh, well, he didn't use it. Are we still alive? I shouldn't have played that land. That land was a bad play because I could draw Champion of Wits next turn. Playing that land was very, very bad. Wait, we sideboarded out 2 Champion of Wits, right? Yeah, never mind. Can't draw Champion of Wits next turn. Opponent had to know when we mid-discarded Scarab God that we were up to, like, no good. Alright, Scarab God, come close this game out for us. That's not closing this game out. Opponent's drawn almost no spells this game. Come on, Scarab God. You can do it. Bring us that PD chest, Scarab God. Boom. Not playing it this turn, though. Haste Fret still kill me. That's a good point. That very well could have been right. I wasn't thinking about Walking Ballista. Like, Walking Ballista didn't really actually enter my mind. I just want the life total here. Is there any haste threats? Could have saved that Vraska's Contempt as well. And use like a Harness Lightning post-combat or something. Yeah, I don't think I played those last couple turns well. Oh, I'm nervous this game. That's a Chandra. Puts us at 1. And gives him another entire turn. Oh, Zillion License Disintegration, and we just lose. RIP. How did we lose that game? If I'd played right, I would have had a 4-4 in play, but a 4-4 in play wouldn't have changed anything there. Ah, that's frustrating. 4-4 in play doesn't change anything in that spot, does it? Fought so hard to get back into that game. Like, I just want more threats. Still gonna keep the one fiery cannonade. I thought we had it like I was already counting the pity chest. I was already thinking about all the things we can have. Where the fuck is our removal spells? I'm not keeping this hand. I'm just on tilt now. And then we get rewarded with this draw. Actually on tilt now. Got like 9 2-mana removal spells, 12 if you count the Essence Scatters, 13 cards without seeing one, didn't see one last game either. And unfortunately I have to keep this hand, like I can't mulligan this hand. I guess I'll keep that. It makes me play Faded Pull and I don't want to, but I have to have something to try to beat a Hazret or a Phoenix or something. Of course he doesn't have an aggressive draw to game we have our Fiery Cannonade as the only spell in our opening hand. Well, that's fun. That's what we call the Sears life, folks. Ah, sweet. We can do something to that. In fact, that card doesn't do anything on its own. Take 1 damage for 39 turns in a row, if that's all he has. Chandra, on the other hand, a card I care about. That's fine. Who needs an MTG update? The game looks beautiful. Game looks beautiful. I'm going to play the Field of Runes here because I'm probably going to kill that Scavenging Grounds. Yeah, that's fine. That's considerably less fun. That one's considerably less fun. Get out of here. Depends on how good the cards in his hand are, what's going to happen the rest of this game. Be playable till like the fourth quarter this year, but there'll be a set that rotates in on the 27th of this month, so it's hard to tell, you know, how good your deck will be or whatever. I think I'm just going to slam this. He's got like 2 magma sprays or something. Sure. I assume he's going to like kill this, but that makes our other come on, deck. Would like to draw more than 4 spells in my top 13 cards, please. Thank you. Opponent's already played 5, now he's casting a 6th. It's not fair. Not fair. I guess I'll play one more land. I mean, it depends on how many of those cards you think are relevant, right? He's already got 1 Phoenix in his graveyard, and we don't know if he's playing 4 Phoenixes or 4 Chandras. And, like, I'm happy just top decking any spells. Like, anything other than, like, magma sprays are good for me right now. I don't have bad draws. He's got tons of bad draws. Like, Inventor's Apprentice is a bad draw. Removal spells are bad draws. His only good draws are like his 4 and 5 drops. That's fair. But this kills us in like 2 turns from now if we don't hit something. We probably easily win this game if we draw Scarab God or Torrential Gearhulk. Maybe he doesn't have a removal, who knows. So we're basically on 7 outs right now. Yes, why would you not hit your removal spell there? But we were definitely a monstrous favorite. And now we're down to basically 7 outs. And then our 2 champions give us redraws, but yeah. Can we get a 1 in 42? Or a 7 in 42 rather? We did. Nice. We definitely were not a favorite to hit this spell. Get us this Gearhulk back. We've had several turns to hit this, though. Three gods, one gear hope, three contempts, yeah. But we've had that many outs over, what was it, like 4 or 5 turns? So we've had like 4 or 5 turns to hit it. And we can still lose this game. Like, it doesn't mean we've won the game. But it was to continue playing. Kind of hope he kills this. Fortunately, they did not kill our Gear Hulk. They waited and killed our much worse threat. It's still not bad, though. Like, it puts him on a 4-turn clock. He has to hit another removal spell. He's already gone through 2 Unlicensed, 2 Hours, 2 Chandras, 1 Glorybringer. So he doesn't have a lot of them left. Well, that turns off the Glorybringer, so... Still holding this mountain because there's Champion of Wits left in our deck. You could also hit, like, Walking Ballista and deal with this. Alright. His outs are dramatically down now that we have a commit. I guess I'm just going to put that on top of his library. It gives him only 1 draw step to deal with this, because we know the second draw step's useless. And now blockers don't work, so it's only unlicensed disintegration and stuff now. Unlicensed, Walking, Chandra, Hour Glory, I mean... He could have some other removal spell. He could have an Abrade. We don't know. Boom. Hey, we've acquired a pity chest. With really bad hands. And a whole lot of luck. Bad hands is a stretch. Mediocre hands. Definitely thought we were dead that game. Alright, we've accepted it. We accept our pity chest. Let's see if we can get more. It's 8 p.m. at night. Yeah. That's true. But it has to be a removal spell. Maybe I could just ignore the Beaumont Courier. Because if he attacks with it, he's taking 4 damage, and we still have to commit for the card he draws. Yeah, committing the Beaumont Courier is probably just really bad. We could contempt it if he tried to block and still have the commit to stop whatever play he made next turn. We gave our opponent an out when he didn't win. When if we played correctly, he had no out, right? Well, I guess he could have played it, attacked. Yeah, we messed up there. We gave our opponent an out, and he didn't have to have any out. Oh, the rewards in the league. League details, view prizes. So you get to play, come on, dog. You get to play 5 matches, and if you go, these are the competitive leagues. There's a different payout structure for the friendly leagues. But if you go 3 and 2, you get your entry back, plus 1 treasure chest. The treasure chests sell. They're kind of like a stock. The stock goes up and down. Sometimes they'll be 2.6. Sometimes they'll be 2.2. But like somewhere in the 2.3 range is general. So basically, you win $2 and some change and your entry back. If If you go 4-1, you get 8 of those $2 and changes. You get a Magic Online Championship qualifier point. Those are good for the monthly events. 35 of them get you in the monthly event. And the monthly events have really nice prizes plus leaderboard points, and they can get you into the quarterly events. And the quarterly events can get you on the Pro Tour. And you also get half a buy-in extra, so you get like 1.5. And then you get just more QPs and double your treasure chests for the 5th. So basically, we've locked up this prize. We're trying to get like $6 plus. Well, I can show you what the treasure chests are currently worth, since you said you don't play Moto to like explain them to you. Treasure chests right now sell for 2.52. So we've already locked up 1 treasure chest and we're playing for 7 more. And the 60 extra play points, every 10 play points is basically worth $1. So basically this match for us is worth $23.64 plus a qualifier point. But that's how those systems go. And this hand's very good. We will keep. I hope I explained it. If I didn't explain it well, just let me know, and I'll like try to explain it better. And there's other leagues and other types of events that you can play, but this is what we're currently in. Uh-oh. Feel like every one of these farmland decks are just hard for us to beat. Whether he's playing Approach, whether he's playing Drakehaven, whether he's playing Gifts, whether he's playing just blue-white tokens. I feel like all of them are very hard to beat. Don't know which one he's on though, so we're going to go ahead and play our aggressive threat. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure. I said our aggressive threat. Our only threat, brothers and sisters and children of all ages. Yeah, so he didn't play anything. He's probably Approach. A very high percentage chance he's Approach now. Or Drakehaven. I'm playing this before I play the Effort Hub because for some reason he might not Supreme Will it, thinking he can stop us from drawing a card later. Alright, so now we know he's on Approach. And I feel like Approach is probably one of our hardest matches. I have no idea, Nick. I don't talk to locals. Locals suck. I just don't want to talk to any of them. I kid. Like, Corey will probably be there. Rob will be there. Maybe Daniel. I guess I would let him settle here. We kind of need the lands. Go ahead and cast this. I don't care if he fumigates. Like, I don't want him to fumigate, but I don't care. Hopefully we can find a counterspell. Found a Censor. I think I would rather just have an Opt. Really need to draw that untapped land. Missing that land there really sucked. Actually caused us quite a few problems that we missed that land. Alright, one time untap land. You can do it, deck. That's not an untap land. I guess we need to land. Alright, well the game's probably over now. If you noticed, our opponent went bottom with Glimmer, but probably just doesn't matter. Hey Donkey, what's up, man? Welcome back. Hope your leagues have been going well today. I'm going to cast a Liliana. If he has a counter spell, we're just dead. It's not like our win percentage goes up if we just pass. At least it can't be censored. Small victories. We really needed the land last turn. If we could have jammed Liliana last turn and ticked it back up and had got our Gonti back in play, we would have been in good shape, I think. There's one Field of Runes in our deck. Only one. I think the one Field of Runes would be the best draw in our deck. Oh yeah, this game's definitely over unless a miracle happens. I mean, opponent could just cast Approach here, we counterspell it, draw Field of Runes, make him shuffle his deck, and all three go on the bottom. That's a chance, right? Or all two. I guess he's probably only got two left in his deck. He's casting something, so it means it's just Approach. I don't think you cast anything but Approach here. Alright. Field of Runes, baby. You can do it. Not fetid pulls. Boom. It just doesn't do anything. So now it's 4 cards down. Did he just draw the third Approach? Nope, he had to cast out. Alright. Come on, commit. Commit's not even very good here, by the way. And this 100% gets his Approach back. And opponent comically beats us. Will he cast it, or will he try to protect it? Boom. Alright, well we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this, We want this. And we want these things. What don't we want? We don't want these. We may want these depending on what build he is. These are the things that jump out immediately at just being kind of bad. We're going to have to keep some of them whether we want to or not. I think those are probably among the worst here. Just don't have enough good cards to bring in, so like we have to leave some bad cards in. Hey, an Evil Taco, thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed it. And since somebody new's in the chat and the stream's very close to over, let's advertise. If you guys like what you're watching, keep in mind I stream every single day. I stream almost entirely standard. I stream a variety of decks, and the links below the stream, you can find my Twitter where you can see every time we go live all the deck lists we play, and you can see my YouTube, which there'll be like 4 videos going on YouTube tonight where you find almost all of our past broadcasts. Oh, I guess I should throw this back up there. I don't know how long it's been gone or why it's been gone, but it's been gone. I mean, that's fine, let him. The Danto's just never really reasonable. The mono white decks play it because they have no other thing, but like they shouldn't. Basically, we have to hope to have this card on turn 2 and ride it. We need to not get caught riding dirty with our glint sleeve siphoners. I just referenced a song that I have no idea what it actually means. I'm going to keep it, even though I think arguably you could just mulligan to that card every game. If this gets essence scattered or censored, we're up the poop creek and we have no paddle. Also, with those treasure chests, sorry, Dudo, you can open those treasure chests if you want to. Like, if we lose this round, I open all pity chests. Yeah, I say we. You guys are part of this proverbial we. We're a team. You're on Team Searsist. You're part of the fam. Please don't kill my champion of wits. It's my only hope, Obi-Wan. Ew! So you're saying there's a chance? Her. Huh. So I'm gonna play this one. It draws 2 cards, even though it attacks for 1 damage less. Alright. We definitely don't win. This card's not that good in this match. This isn't like a traditional control. Bearing Dome and cards doesn't matter because so many of our cards do not matter. And they do have cast outs, Nixilons, bindings, and stuff. And they have cards like that. Like I was saying, that's just not game when you're playing versus approach like it is when you're playing versus blue-black. Unfortunately. And the Scavenging Grounds. RIP. Doesn't seem like it's really hard to lose. Seems like we lost real easily. Assuming we lose. Attacking in the settle, mainly because I want the lands. I guess I would commit a Fumigate. I don't know if I should, but I think I will. I'll probably commit a Fumigate, play another champion, and look for a negate. Because those two lines would put lethal on the table. Assuming we hit in the top 3, but... This is obviously a lot less good. Pretty sure I'm still just attacking with everything. And I'm willing to use the commit. I think to beat this match, we really need more Planeswalkers like Chandra and stuff like that. This build of the deck just doesn't have access to those. Or we need more things like Doomfall. Or we need to draw a second negate. Or our first negate, technically. Hey! Nice Essence Scatter. Okay. Guess I'm gonna play this. No, they're still kind of in fine shape. It's just the nature of their deck. They don't really care about what we're doing. Yeah, so if they have a land plus a negate plus an approach in their last 3 cards, we lose. Have a settled wreckage, we probably lose. We go ahead and buy this back. It lets us scry. See if they pop this. If they do, they won't have enough mana for the settle. Plus beating the this thing. That's kind of weird. I don't know why they conceded there. They had enough mana to use this plus settle. So maybe they're ghosting, because that's just definitely not a concession. Huh. Interesting. That's definitely not a concession. Well, I don't care if they cast the approach, and they could easily have a negate to go to fumigate, so I don't want to waste my counter spells on the fumigate anyway. Unless we can actually win. And if we miss the land and don't find the land, I think we're in a lot worse shape. Like, I feel like we're in a lot worse shape if we just miss the land. And at that point in the game, I'm not worried about a single card. I'm worried about a sequence of cards. Like, I don't think I'm losing to any one single card. Like, I don't... I'm just going to run it back like this. For some reason, I feel like he doesn't have creatures, but we literally have nothing in our sideboard that's not some kind of creature removal. Yeah, but the thing is, when you play around settle like that, you play into things like cast out, or you play into things like commit, or you play into things like Gear Hulk. So, like, just attacking the Scarab God could be actively worse, which is a large problem. That's the beauty of the blue-white decks. It makes you guess what attacks is good. And since I don't believe in guessing games, I'm just turning crap sideways every time unless I know I can play around something very easily. They could have Farming Market in their main deck. Like, that's not an unreasonable thing. They could have Effer Meltdown. That's something they should play. So, like, just attacking with one thing plays around settle, but, like, there's 3 or 4 settles in their deck. If you add up all of those other cards, there's a lot more of those other cards than they are settles. There's just a ton more of those other cards than they are settles. I wonder if I'm supposed to do this. Wait, I didn't do anything. This hand's pretty miserable, but I'm going to keep it. I don't think we can mulligan just to try to find Glint Siphoner. Does he really have search all 3 games on turn 2? You just don't beat those draws. Search is that strong, or search is that good. They didn't even consider counterspelling that. They'd already pressed F6. So, that could be a good or a terrible thing. About to find out. They had definitely pressed F6. They have not pressed it this turn. Though it doesn't change my plays any this turn. I'm still just casting Gonti. and not caring if it gets counterspelled. We'll take that. Top. You can typically count on one hand about how many games you win when your opponent goes top with a Glimmer. I'm not sure that I ever have. Wow, I really like this island. I've not saw it before. So, Lunterland? Yeah, that makes sense. He's good. Ooh, that's a good draw. I attack you. Boom. Yeah, definitely like seeing an island more than the plains. Our opponent kept a weird hand. What in the hell did he top? Maybe one of them was a Glimmer, but what in the hell was the other one? He went top again. So he's got 3 out of 4 tops. Bottom. Yeah, 3 out of 4 tops. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to use Supreme Will if he casts Fumigate this turn. He put a Plains in his graveyard, so that must mean that one top was a Plains. Or a Glacial Fortress. It was a white source. Pretty sure I'm supposed to play this now? Mainly because I wanted to save Supreme Will for a Fumigate. I don't want the game to last for a long time. But that's the main reason. Like, I don't want to give up my board to that. Pretty sure I just have to draw 3 cards this turn if he has another Fumigate. Yeah, if that Will was ours, we would have been in pretty good shape, but not great shape. Because I feel like this is the approach turn. Alright, we can take 2 draws for a negate, and if we get there, we win. Or we can just slam Torrential Gearhulk and bash for a lot. I'm pretty sure we just have to go for it. Him hitting Plains was almost guaranteed. He kept a second card with his Glimmer. I don't know. He could have just been sandbagging it too. I think I'm just going to draw. If we hit negate, we win, so I think it's worth it. Boom. Well, I mean, we don't win, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, no, he kept 3 of the 4. He kept 3 of the 4. So for those of you who don't know how approach works, casting the first one doesn't have to resolve, the second one does have to resolve. So when the first one doesn't have to resolve, I don't really see a whole... I mean, it prevents him from gaining 7 life, but him gaining 7 life isn't the issue. Him resolving a second one would be the issue. I like James. James is a lot more confident than I am right now. That has to resolve. Need to find a commit or something. Oh, there's a commit or something. More than any other deck ever. Huh. Do I want to play around Cast Out? I don't think I care about Cast Out. Field of Runes is kind of a good draw. Boom. Right, we have a bunch of counter spells now. It's fine. Opt. Alright, so he knows he's drawing to approach again, and hopefully our 3 counter spells is enough. I assume he's casting this approach anyway. If he's cycling that instead, sure. Just never casting either of those. I think we're casting that either. Alright. We have 3 counter spells. Are you good enough? That is the question. For a round straight. That's sick, man. Baffling End would stop us from winning, right? Yeah, Baffling End's fine. $12 to 16 people with 6 approach? Wow. That's a lot. One in round 5. I don't know if that says that correctly. Yeah, it says it's in game 1. No, we're only playing one league right now, and this is round 5, and we're currently 1-1. And I think it's going to be real hard for opponent to claw his way out of this. I think he has to have like Spell Pierce or something in his deck to win now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He still can't beat 2 counter spells. That is a James thing to do. That's fine. Just gonna let him keep doing things like that. I don't want to get like beat by a sensor somewhere down the road. Cast out, could care less about. He's got to stop both of our threats at this point. I could draw 3 cards at the end of turn. That'll learn him, won't it? I guess he could have Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce probably doesn't do anything either because of the negates. Alright, we did it! Winning! Whee! I don't know how we beat him, but I'll accept it. He just didn't do anything. We drew every blue card in our deck, too. We literally only have 2 negates, 1 Jace's the Thief. Okay, I apologize. We failed to not draw 1 commit. Suck it approach. Suck it long and hard. This deck felt kind of good. I liked how it was a lot better versus the aggro decks in the blue-black deck we played. When we played blue-black and we got paired versus mono-red, we just like lost very easily. But this deck, it felt like we were at least competitive, even though, yes, we still lost to mono-red, but we at least felt like we had a chance. Hey, Kibler is apparently sponsored and playing MTG Arena. That's kind of cool. So let's look over here and see who we're going to host, because that is it for us tonight. I typically like to host a standard player, but currently not seeing standard players. Not seeing standard players. Alright, tired of scrolling down. I see no standard players, so we're going to host my favorite Pauper player. If you guys are interested in Pauper whatsoever, this guy's an absolute genius. He has an insane YouTube channel where he covers, where he posts like his larger events, the challenges and stuff at the end of the challenges and stuff that he top 8s. You can learn just a lot by asking him questions. Like, couldn't recommend him more. But anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. I'll be back for the Saturday stream at some time. I'm not exactly sure when. The Friday stream. And I'm not sure if we're going to do an MTG League, what deck we're going to play. We may just do MTG Arena. I have a pretty hectic schedule the next 3 days, so I have to apologize in advance. Our stream quality won't be as good as normal over these next couple of days, but we're going to hop out of here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And take care, everybody. Thanks for the follows and the hosts and everything.